paradise islands, dragons, pink beaches, and living on a boat. It sounds like a journey of a lifetime, doesn't it? Me, my husband and our friends are going to explore the unbelievable Komodo Islands. First we took a 1-hour flight from Bali to Labuan Bajo on Flores Island, from where all Komodo trips start.
Terima kasih.
Hi guys, welcome to Labuan Bajo.
We made it to the hotel Selene on a hill. Let's take a look for our room. Today we will sleep in a small wooden house which has the best view. The hotel is located on a hill with a view of Labuan Bajo harbor. Which is full of life and a lot of boats. We went to see how the Flores Islanders live. The locals who live there have a more difficult life compared to people from Bali. But this does not prevent them from being happy. They smile a lot, everybody is friendly and kind, and there are a lot of children. And they even wash their roosters. And this epic sunset became a perfect end of this day. From the terrace of our house we watched how the sun went below the horizon, which is lined with islands and boats. We used to travel a lot through Muslim countries, but this is the first time that we have woken up at 4 a.m. because of something like this. This is called azan, which is Muslim call to pray.
It is very loud. We can't sleep anymore.
We had a very interesting night. All sounds were heard, noise of engine of each sailing boat, and after azan it was so hard to fall asleep again because the roosters woke up. And in the morning, this is the view we saw. Because of the low tide, all the boats ran aground. But the most interesting places are not in the Flores, but in the Komodo National Park. To get there, we need a boat.
This is going to be our boat for 2 nights and 3 days. It will be our first time sleeping overnight on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Then we drew lots to see who got each cabin.
There are 5 cabins in our boat, and they all look the same. A small room with a bed, an aircon, a small round window, and small amenities.
National Komodo Park consists of 3 main islands and more than 20 small ones. We are going to explore the most interesting of them. The first island is Kanawa Island. Here we will do snorkeling. A coral reef is located near the island, and our friends have already started swimming towards it. This is an island with a very long pier. It's very beautiful. There are many hungry black fish surrounding it. There are so many fish that you can catch them with your bare hands. Our guide knew that these fish love eating bananas. The fish were eating food so fast that we couldn't even see them eating it. So we turned on slow motion mode on the camera, shooting with slow motion by 8 times. And let's see what happened to the bananas. They even tried to bite us. Luckily, these fish don't have teeth. A boat sailed up to us and moored to our ship without asking. This was a floating market. Guys sell souvenirs, figures of Komodo dragons, pearls and bracelets.
Where are you from? What island?
Komodo Island.
Komodo?
Yes. I'm from Komodo.
Okay, thank you.
We ended up buying 2 bracelets for 100,000 to support this small business. We have a second stop near another island. It is called Saiba Island. A lot of turtles live here.
The island looks deserted without any greenery, and only because we went to our trip in October, when all the greenery has burned out in the sun. But in this way, the island also looks incredible. The landscape seemed to be Martian. We got on a boat and our company went to look for turtles. Literally a minute later, we were already swimming with a turtle. Turtles can't stay underwater for long, so we waited for it to go above the water to get some air, and now we can see it closer.
Don't do it like this. There is a special protective layer on the turtle's shell, and when a person touches it, it destroys this layer, and after this, the turtle can get sick. There is a rule in underwater world. You can look, but you cannot touch.
We sailed to the next island. It's called Takamakassar Island. It's Manta Point. Our captain slowly sails around the island and tries to find manta rays.
So you're looking for manta, yeah?
Yes, I hunt a manta. If we're lucky, we can find them. But if not, just smiling.
Our crew can't find manta rays, so now I will try to find it with my drone. I didn't find manta rays by drone too, but I found a beautiful white sand island.
We got to the Maldives, but the sand has a pink tint, and from the air, the island looks like an eggplant or a boomerang in shape. After a long day in the ocean, it was very pleasant to step on dry land. Even though it was a very small piece of land, I think it's the smallest piece of land we have ever seen. In the early morning, our friend filmed dolphins. We landed on Komodo Island. It's an entrance to Komodo National Park, where big Komodo dragons live. On this island, you need to have a stick or a man with a stick. Two rangers accompanied us in the island. They guarded us so that we could get off this island alive. This island can be best described as Jurrasic Park. There are dragons that live in this park. Komodo dragons. It's the biggest lizard in the world. They are the main guys here, and they can devour any inhabitant on this island. But its favorite delicacy is deers and boars. Komodo dragons are actually poisonous. They bite their prey, and a couple of days later, when the victim is immobilized, they eat it.
This boat cost us $1,400 for 2 nights and 3 days. There are 5 cabins that can fit 10 people, and also there are 2 cabins for a crew. This is our captain, Abubakar. This is our guide, Enru. And our cook, Abbas. And 4 sailors. They're tired after a long day. There are several resting areas on the decks and a large table where we served food. We have sails, but between islands we move with the help of a noisy motor. And we have a small boat for landing on the islands. For an overnight stay, the captain chooses a quiet place between the islands where there are no waves. We landed on the Padar island. It is one of the visiting guards of Indonesia. But to see the most beautiful view, we need to hike to the viewpoint. Look, deers are sitting under the pier. And they aren't afraid of people.
From the viewpoint you can see an unbelievable view of 3 beaches, a black sand beach, a pink sand beach and a white sand beach. Padar Island looks different depending on the season. During the rainy season it immersed in greenery like in this footage, so we want to come back here to see it looking like this.
We sailed around the island and got to the pink beach.
Sand here really has a pink tint. If you look closely, you can see that the grains of sand here are 2 colors, white and red. All sand here is corals crushed by time. Usually when corals die, firstly it loses its color, turns white and turns to stone. In a storm, corals washed ashore. Over time, soft coral stone turns into dust. This is the whitest sand that, for example, the Maldives is so famous for. But here there are also red corals, that's why the beach is pink.
Boat with merchants sailed to us. But we didn't need anything. Guys were a little upset, so we gave them some beer.
We sailed to Kalong Island. It's famous for one beautiful thing. We will stay here overnight. Eagles circled over the boat and it was an unforgettable sight. It's suddenly started to rain, and that made the sunset especially beautiful. But when the sun disappeared below the horizon, they appeared. Thousands of flying foxes in the sky were getting from one island to another exactly over our boat. In the morning we woke up at sunrise to see how flying foxes would come back, but maybe they did it earlier.
I flew my drone to find them. I saw that the whole island consists of mangroves. Mangroves are the trees that grow in salt water.
We came to one more fairy tale island with landscapes that look like they are from the movie Jurrasic Park. Because of big coral reefs near the island, a long pier was built here. A very long pier. There are unique wooden piers here on many islands, and this is create a special atmosphere. But the more interesting world is located under the water. We travel a lot, but we have never seen such an endless reef. Unfortunately, parts of corals have already lost their color, but they are colorful also. There are starfish at the bottom, and we found Nemo fish of unusual colors. On the other side there is a fisherman village, and we asked our guide to take us there.
Locals live in these buildings and the goats run beneath it. Houses were built from everything that was available. Clothes are being dried, here are the goats. In a village like this, they have a solar battery and a big antenna. There are more goats on this island than people. Maybe it's their main food. But the ocean is right here, so they probably eat more fish. All roofs are made from metal. There are no air cons in the houses, so the people's houses get very hot. I don't know how they survive that heat. Most of the locals hide from the sun under their houses. Around 100 families live in this village. It's not a tourist island. We just sailed near it and asked our guide to land here, so locals are shocked to see us. And they allowed us to take a look inside. Very interesting place. There are a lot of children here, and they thought my drone was very cool. This is the first time they have ever seen a drone.
Sorry.
Water is the color of paradise, and these people definitely live in paradise. We sailed to another paradise island, Kelor. heavenly blue water, beautiful white sand, and local guys swim onto the pier. There's even a solar panel. They live in difficult conditions, but technology has also reached them. Here's a small market with souvenirs, and this hill that we're going to climb. Here's a viewpoint with an incredible paradise view. But a paradise only in pictures, because it feels very, very hot, like we're in hell.
Our captain gave the command to set sail so that we could make cinematic shots. Our boat is so beautiful, especially with sails.
We are very satisfied with this trip. We had incredible adventures around islands of Indonesia. We saw so many new things and had new experiences spending the night on the boat in the ocean. And now we're coming back to Flores Island port, where our adventure started. We're saying goodbye to this wonderful boat, saying goodbye to the captain.
Captain, don't cry.
This Komodo trip was one of the best trips we have ever been. I recommend you to add this destination to your bucket list. Thank you guys for watching our adventures. Please push the like button, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.